All right, thanks, guys. We went 4-1 yesterday in our premium picks on patreon.com/rock page. That's going to put us at a perfect 5-0 in our last 5 college basketball tier package plays. We're also 7-2 with a push in our last 10 board member package plays. We got a board member package play going off tonight. If you want more information about that, click the link in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/rock page. Guys, we got ourselves a nice slate of NBA action here tonight. It is a short, modified slate, but a couple games of interest here, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off with the Bucks taking on the Pelicans, and that's going to be a 7:30 Eastern tip-off in New Orleans. The Bucks are the 6.5-point favorite on the road, total at 244 and a hook. We saw a half a point move toward the Bucks and movement upward on the total. Milwaukee open as the 6-point favorite, up to -6.5. Total open 244, up to 244 and a hook. 67% of the consensus are leaning toward the Bucks, 53% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Pelicans are plus 215 on the money line. Now, if you like New Orleans in this matchup here, their Achilles heel all year has been the defensive side of things. They rank in the bottom 3 in points allowed, bottom 10 in defensive field goal percentage on their home court. Their opponents are shooting 47% from the field in New Orleans. They're also allowing 177 points per contest on their home court as well. The Pelicans are currently, right now, the 11th seed in the Western Conference. They're also just 10-15 straight up on their home court. The Bucks on the other side really don't need to say much about them. I think we all know, the deal with Milwaukee. They're just fantastic. They have the best record in the NBA right now, 42-7 on the year. They're also 19-4 straight up when traveling. They're currently first in the NBA in scoring, first in offensive rebounding, first in defensive field goal percentage. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 30 points per contest, 13 rebounds, 6 assists for him. Chris Middleton, 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. And Eric Bledsoe, 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for Milwaukee. The Bucks have won 9 out of their last 10 games. They rank in the top 5 in points allowed on the road, and they are first in defensive field goal percentage on the road. They're allowing just 106 points per contest when traveling. Now, 3 out of Milwaukee's last 3 games all got over the total. They're also 60% to the over in their last 10. The Pelicans, 70% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the road chalk in this one. Give me Milwaukee -6.5 and the over 244.5 in that matchup. Next game, Hornets taking on the Rockets, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Houston. The Rockets are the 13.5-point favorite, total at 229. We saw a half a point fade of Houston and movement downward on the total. The Rockets opened -14, down to 13.5. Total open 230, down to 229. 52% are leaning Rockets, and at the moment, Charlotte is plus 850 on the money line. Now, Charlotte, they're kind of hanging in there with regard to the spread. They're 13-13 against the spread when traveling, so although that's not that great, you see a lot of teams, below 500 covering away from home. So once again, Charlotte covering 50% of their games away from home. They actually rank in the top 10 in the NBA in defending the 3-ball on the road as well. So keep that in mind. Terry Rozier, 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for the Hornets. Devontae Graham, 18 points a game, 8 assists. And Miles Bridges, 13 points a game, 5 rebounds for Charlotte. Now, Houston on the other side, a little bit banged up. Clint Capella's out. We will not see him tonight. He's good for double-digit rebounds. I think he's averaging anywhere between 14 and 15 rebounds a game. And Russell Westbrook, he has been downgraded to doubtful, so we may not see Russ tonight either. Houston failed to cover the point spread in 3 out of their last 5. They're also just 40% against the spread in their last 10. They rank in the bottom 10 in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 10 in offensive three-point percentage as well. These guys take a lot of shots, which conversely, they miss a lot as well. They make a lot, but they certainly miss a whole lot more than they make. Now, defensively, they really struggle on the defensive side of things as well. They're allowing 115 points per contest. Meanwhile, their opponents are shooting 46% from the field. Now, Houston ranks in the bottom 10 in points allowed, bottom 10 in defensive rebounding. Now, oddly enough, 2 out of Houston's last 3 games did stay under the total. Meanwhile, Charlotte, 70% to the under in their last 10. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me Charlotte plus 13.5 and the under 229 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Tuesday's NBA action. Happy Tuesday to you. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more free lines of personal leans right here on YouTube, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out once again on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where I do daily premium sports picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. I'm currently 4-1 in my last 5 picks. I went 4-1 yesterday. Great way to start off the week, going 80% on a Monday. It's going to put me at 5-0 in my last 5 college basketball package plays. Perfect, 5-0 in my last 5 college basketball package plays. I'm also 7-2 with a push in my last 10 board member package plays. And the good news about the board member package, I got a play going off tonight. So if you want some more information, make sure you click that link in the description section below. Now you might be wondering, why would I buy a package from Brock when he gives me all the picks here for free right here on YouTube? And you're exactly right. I give you all the picks here for free on YouTube. Handicap the entire slate, side, and total. But the problem with that is if you were going to bet your hard-earned money on every single game, side, and total, not a winning formula for success. As a matter of fact, that is a losing formula. The more games you bet like that, especially the entire slate, the more aggressive the math becomes against you. It's just really not a bad practice if you're looking to make money. You're probably going to end up losing all your money in the long run. The books are just way too smart. They're way too sharp. They have way too much money to absorb all that action. So what I do on Patreon, I make life a lot easier for you. I make life a lot simpler for you. I just break it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium picks per day. They're games that I personally have action on. They're high percentage picks. And like I said, I'll tell you this much. My current record on Patreon is a whole lot better than it is handicapping every single game on the board, side, and total here on YouTube. If you want to check out that current record, you can do that for free right now. Link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, 2 more games to go. Let's go ahead and dive into them. All starts Eastern Standard Time. Our next game, Portland taking on the Nuggets, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Denver. The Nuggets are the 4.5-point favorite, total at 224.5. We saw movement upward on the total, but we actually saw a 5-cent fade of Denver in the early wagering. The Nuggets open as the 5-point favorite, down to -4.5. Total open 223.5, up to 224 and a hook. 56% are leaning Portland, 73% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Blazers are plus 165 on the money line. Now, if you like the Blazers in this matchup here, I know Dame Lillard has been playing great as of late. CJ McCollum's having a good year as well. But Portland really struggling on the road this year. Winners of just 10 out of their 26 road games. They've also failed to cover the spread in 15 out of those 26 games. So just 11 and 15 against the spread on the road this year. Really banged up. Got a lot of guys who we haven't seen in action lately, and we may not see them in action for a while. Hood, Nurkic, Labissiere, and Collins all still out, and definitely nothing really changing there with regard to their statuses. Portland, bottom 10 in points allowed, dead last in the NBA in defensive rebounding. They're currently in 4th place in the Northwest Division, and they are 11 games back of this very Denver squad for the division lead. Now, a couple more things to add about the Blazers. They rank in the bottom 10 in points allowed on the road. They're also dead last in defensive rebounding on the road. Now, Denver on the other side, winners of 4 out of their last 6. They also went 5-3 against the number in their last 8. They successfully covered the point spread against the likes of Milwaukee, Utah, and Houston within their last 8 games. They also rank in the top 5 in the association in points allowed, top 5 in defending the 3-ball. Very good on the defensive end of the court. Now, they do have some guys out, some key guys out. Millsap, Plumlee, Porter, they're still out. Nothing changing there. But the good news is Jamal Murray has been upgraded to questionable. So we may see him in a limited role tonight. It certainly would be good to see him as he's been out for quite some time. But regardless of those, the guys on the the walking wounded there, we have Nikola Jokic, 20 points a game, double-digit rebounds, 7 assists for him. Will Barton, 15 points a game, 7 boards, 4 assists for the Nuggets. And Jeremy Grant, 11 points a game, 4 rebounds as well. Denver, top 10 in defensive rebounding, top 3 in points allowed at home. They're giving up just 103 points per contest at the Pepsi Center. I don't know if it's because the altitude, people can't shoot there. Who knows? But regardless, oddly enough, Denver's 2-0 to the over in their last 2. Certainly the market's over-adjusting there with the totals. Meanwhile, Portland, 80% to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me the Nuggets -4.5 and the over 224.5 in that game. All right. Next and final matchup for the show. It